Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm going to have a quick chat about big time today and the marketplace, specifically what's just happened with the Lunar Time Wardens. So I'm a little I tried to record this video, but in the time it took me just to turn on OBS, already another 10 Lunar Time Wardens have gone on the market for sale. Just a few moments ago, this was down to 10 items. The floor was here at 474. You can see I highlighted this. That was the floor. And what we're seeing right now is how people desperate to sell are coming underneath and undercutting each other and driving the price down. And I'm actually going to take part in the shenanigans here just to show you how easy it actually is to manipulate this marketplace. So what I'm going to do right now is I have a common Lunar Time Warden that I'm going to sell. This is active on a different screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to list it. And I'm going to show you how we can drive this price right now down from where it is. I mean, it's already happening. But I wanted to show you this because it's fascinating with low liquidity, just how easy it is to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my items to sell. I'm going to sell my Lunar Time Warden. And I'm going to sell it for 415. Okay, I'm going to go sell item. Just going to quickly do my 2FA. All right, and now that's done. So that will be on the market now for 415. If I do a quick refresh, there we go. This is us. All right, this is our level 4 common time warden. And you can see it is 58233. 58233. So keep an eye on this. So I've now set the floor at 415. So what you're now going to see is these people here, because this is human psychology and it's how it works. You'll have somebody who'll list at 480, right? That was the floor, was about 480. And then someone says, well, I want to sell quickly, so I'm going to go 474. And someone says, but I want to sell quicker. I'm going to go 473. And someone says, I'm going to make mine look really attractive. I'm going to go 450. And then someone says, well, I'm going to go 449. And what happens is these people start undercutting each other all the way down until it goes down to a point where someone says, yeah, do you know what? That's not a bad price. And they come in. And that's exactly what happened. Somebody came in last night at whatever point it was. I'm in London in the UK. So while I was sleeping, someone came in and they literally just swept the floor. And so the price when I went to bed last night was around $350 to $360. And when I woke up this morning, it was $470. So someone swept the floor. And now everyone's reacting to this and we're seeing that reaction. And so it does take a little while for this to happen. But there we go. Someone's already undercut me down to 412. So I'm going to go to my active listing now that we talked about, which was my 58233. That was the one I'm looking at. So I'm going to go back to my 58233. Okay, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to take it off the market. I'm going to cancel that sale. So that sale is no longer active. And we're going to go down and we're going to list it again because of what's happening now. And this is how easy it is to manipulate the price of the market. It's very simple. We're going to go down to 399. We're going to go down to 399, okay? And we're going to sell this item for 399. All right, now we're going to refresh this. There we go. So we're now on there for 399, as you can see. Now, watch what happens. It's only going to take a minute. Now, remember, this was at 474 about 10 minutes ago. Not even 10 minutes ago. So in the space of just a few minutes, we've had over 12, well, about 12 or 13 new listings. And what we're seeing now is everyone start to undercut each other. So I'm going to refresh here to see if this is still real time. I think it is. So 399 looks like it's the floor right now. It is. So I'm currently holding the new floor. Now, if it sells, it sells. I'm not actually that bothered about it. If it sells, it's still $400. It's still, for me, I think, a great price to be able to sell this. So I'm still happy to sell it at this price. But it's just very interesting to see how, if these people just held that floor, if they listed for $1 extra, it would have still sold. It might have taken a little bit longer, but it would have still sold because people would have just acclimatized with this being the new value of this item. But right now what's happening is people are saying, this is so high, this price is so high, and they're saying, I'm going to sell it and make this money. For whatever reason, you know, everyone's entitled to do what they want. But that's the psychology that's going on here. And some people are saying, well, I can see this price coming down, so why would I, at this point, why would I buy it when I can see everyone climbing over each other? when you look at the market and you can see 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, what this basically tells you is there is more supply right now than demand. When you see everyone undercutting each other by $1, the psychology, the human psychology here is that people are desperate to sell and they think that it's overvalued, and so they're undercutting each other, but there's no demand. No one's buying up the floor right now, which is why they're lowering the price. Now, this could be a bot, but it also could be real people. We don't know. But the point is that it's very easy to see that this price, where you could have paid 474 just a few minutes ago, just by waiting. Now, this is where that FOMO kicks in, right? Because someone could look at that and go, oh my God, there's not many left. I'm going to buy one. And then that's where someone will come in. They haven't done their research. They haven't done their due diligence, and they buy the top. And then the market comes back down. Now, what can we expect to see here? There you go. Look, someone's already undercut me at 395. See? So 395 is now the new floor. So see how we've driven this market back down under $400. So I can do the same thing. I could bring the market back up. I could quite easily go and sweep the floor, buy all 5 of these. I mean, I'd need to put some more money in the account and bring it back up to the 400 mark. But at the moment, the sell pressure is too high. People feel like 400 is too much. And if they bought these assets, now you also have to remember, some people bought these assets for about $50. You know, some people just a few weeks ago were buying these assets for $20, $30, $40, $50. They're making good profit selling these. Now, if you were to use these, you could actually generate income through the game by using these. And you can see some people have been doing that. This is a level 4, a level 4, a level 6, a level 5. So you can start to see now the people that are taking these out of the game. Look, 394. You see how they're still undercutting each other now? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and do the same thing. So right now, you can see ours at 233. And these people that are so desperate to sell. So what we're going to do is we're going to absolutely crash the market all the way back down now. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to take off our one that is selling at 399. And that is this one here, 233. And we're going to relist this now because no one's buying right now. People are just watching this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to relist this item, and we're going to relist it at 350. In fact, let's go for, because of the price right now, let's go for 370. 370, and we're going to sell this item again. Okay. So if we sell it, we'll sell it for 350. All right. And we're just going to watch the market react. There we go. So whilst it's in this freefall mode, you can take, there we go, there's ours at 370, so we've just dropped it again. So whilst the market is in this freefall mode, you can quite easily, and I want to buy Time Wardens, by the way. I want to buy them. I'm just showing you a tactic. This is a perfectly legitimate tactic. There is nothing wrong with this. This is just literally people who have a fear of missing out. They're scared that they're going to miss out on the sale. Okay, and there's other people on the other side of the spectrum that have a fear of missing out, that they're scared there's not going to be any left to buy. And this is a fight between the people trying to buy and the people trying to sell. And the ones that are trying to sell are trying to offload quickly, and the ones that are trying to buy are waiting for a good price. And so there's a few people that are just holding out saying, do you know what, we're just going to wait. But look, you can see already a lot of these prices. Now, the people that are undercutting are the same people. If you look at these numbers, it's the same people that are undercutting. Like if you took a snapshot of this screen right now, here, and you looked at these ID numbers, and you looked at the one that goes lower, the one that undercuts me, so the next one that undercuts me will probably be one of these, because these people are doing exactly the same thing that I'm doing. Again, they're either a bot or it's a real person. Now, I'm obviously not a bot. I'm a real person doing this. But I'm telling you now, there are bots that are doing this as well, that are buying them at a certain price and that are selling them at a certain price. And this is exactly the reason why they've removed the marketplace history, because they're trying to combat bots. Now, some people could argue and say, yeah, but it's something where that's not going to solve the problem with bots. It might not solve the problem, but if it deters some of them, then they'll see that as a win in temporary measure, which is why they've removed it. But this just shows you this marketplace. And regardless of anything else, it's just fascinating for me to watch in real time just how crazy this economy is right now. And this is a game that is pretty much unplayable right now. Anybody that has a large amount of assets will attest to this. You can't even log into your account. You can't play right now. And so there's not that many people who are in a position where they're able to farm these tokens. Now, as a result of that, we are still seeing some stability of this token. If we go in and we have a look at the price of BIGTIME right now on the marketplace, BIGTIME is currently sitting at 15 cents. It's pretty stable at 15 cents. Oh, it looks like I've just sold. So someone has actually just bought. Yep, my item has been sold. So someone actually did just buy it. They've just swept the floor again. So someone did just go in, sweep up the floor all the way back up. And so if we go and refresh now, there's still 22 items on for sale. But we're back up to 39 floor now. So yeah, people feel that, and we can see this now. People feel, and I don't mind because that's still a good price. Still a good price for what I paid for it. So I'm okay to sell it for that. It was more just to show you that right now, 470 is kind of the upper limit. At that point, people are selling, and I think 370. I think that was I listed it for. I think I listed it for 370. Is kind of the floor right now. Yes, so I listed that for 370. So anything under 370 and people are snapping it up. So there's definitely a market there. So what I can go ahead and do now is I can take another one that I have and I can list that, knowing comfortably I can sell it at around the 400 mark and it's going to sell because people are going to sweep this floor. And so there are buyers that are watching and there are sellers that are watching. And what might even happen if we look at that number is people might even say, well, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to buy that and relist it. And you might even see in a minute mine relist, which was 58233. So someone might just have snapped it up at 370 and they might sell it at like 450 or something. So that's another tactic that you can see. There's a lot of this happening at the moment. A lot of people playing the marketplace, and there's also a lot of money to be made or lost in this process. So current floor is now sitting at 414 again. Another one has just been sold. So I'm just going to go ahead right now. I'm going to go to my collection. I'm going to go to my items to sell, and I'm going to look at my my common time wardens because I am going to sell some. Okay, so here we go. Common time warden. I have this one. 076. 026, sorry. 026 is mine. This is mine on the market. It's selling at 450. I think this is very, very possible that this will sell. Now, if I want to get a quick sell, and I want to make sure I do this, look, 414, 415, they're starting to come down again. Everyone's going to start doing this. They're going to start undercutting, and we're going to see this. So I'm quite happy now knowing that I can sell this for over $400, and I know that it will sell over $400. It might sell a bit higher, so I could leave one on the market at 450 in case someone sweeps the floor. But at the end of the day, what I know is that if I sell this item and I put it on the market for around the 410 mark, it will sell. It will sell if I just hold that line. And so, yeah, that's not a bad shout at the moment. So let's just see what happens. Just give it a couple of minutes because I'm sure that more people now are going to start listing theirs. There's actually only 20 for sale now. So someone else has taken theirs off the market. Oh, that was me. I just took mine off the market. So I know there's 20 items now. And I'm quite happy to sell it for this. So here we go. I'm going to list mine. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to undercut the floor anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to list mine at 419. I'm going to go above the floor. Above the floor. So right now, you're going to see you've got 414, 415, and now we've got 419, which is me. And if people start to realize that this is how the markets work, and you don't just instantly undercut for a quick sale, you'll actually get a better price for your items if you're trying to sell them. So rather than going $1 under, if you go $1 above, there's a good chance it's still going to sell. But it's only when people start to undercut that it drives that price down and you get less for it. So again, just fascinating to watch the dynamics of this and what's happening in real time. And I'm pretty sure if we just sat here for a few more minutes with the way that people are watching this market, and people are watching this right now, we're going to see a lot more activity here. Now, some things to take into consideration with this. So we're looking at right now, the floor is $414. $414. We have a token unlock happening on the 10th of this month, okay? It is currently the 3rd. It is Friday the 3rd. That means that in just a few days, 7 days' time, we're going to have a token unlock. In just 3 days' time, we're going to have an airdrop. So the postcard airdrop happens in 3 days. That means that a considerable amount of common Time Wardens are going to hit the marketplace in a few days. And that is why we're seeing this kind of squeeze right now on people trying to offload, because they know that there's going to be additional supply hitting the market. People that are going to get an airdrop are going to go, oh, that's a good price, and they're going to list it. And so we should see the price of these Lunar Time Wardens come back down to around, I think, maybe even the 300, the 250 mark again. Then we're going to have the token airdrop on the 10th, which is going to put some sell pressure, I think, on BIGTIME as a token itself, which is going to drive the token price down, which will drive the hourglass price down, which again will put more sell pressure on the Lunar Time Wardens. We could see these in a week's time back down to that $200 mark, which is why people right now, and I understand it, are climbing over themselves to sell these. Now, I might be wrong. My thesis might not be correct. It might be that people don't list their Time Wardens. They look at the value of them, and look, there we go. There's another one at 413. So we can see again, look, the undercutting, the 415, 14, 13. We'll start to see this. Now, these are people that are listing up here. You'll see it. They're people that are listing up here. There's 23 items. There's a couple more on sale. But overall, it's people just starting to undercut each other. Now, what we're going to see now is one of two things happen next week. My thesis will either be proved correct, and these will be the price of these will be 50% less, meaning if you wait just a week, you'll be able to pick 2 of these up for the price of 1 right now, maybe. Or the other thesis is that people see the value in these and go, actually, I'm not selling this. I'm going to use it. I'm going to hold it. And they don't sell. And the token price doesn't take a hit. And actually, this floor pushes upwards even more. And what's fascinating for me is that even though this floor is being effective right now, I wonder what impact this is having on the other floor. So if we just type in Time Warden right now to the marketplace, let's have a look and see. Now, this is not even correct. Look, the price here was $379. It still hasn't updated. Even like the Time Warden gift mystery boxes right now, they're sitting at the moment. You can buy these at $380. So here's an arbitrage opportunity. If you were to buy these at $380 right now, you could buy them at $380 and you could list them at $410. In fact, I can't do it. I've got just shy on the capital. Otherwise, I would have possibly done this. Just shy on the capital right there. Everything's sitting in pending. It takes it takes a day or two for you to get your funds. So even when you do a sale, like for example, I just sold that Time Warden. I've got to wait now 24 to 48 hours for those funds to come through. And it does say on the email, it could take up to 2 weeks. It could take up to 2 weeks. So bear that in mind. But right now, yeah, we're definitely seeing some interesting things happen here. So right now, the price, $413. Now, we know they're probably selling for that. The marketplace does take a 5% fee, so you need to take that 5% fee into consideration. And also, all of these sales, it's just additional money for Big Time Studios, which is great for them as a company. But right now, you can see the price of these. Now, someone might take this opportunity and sweep these up. They might not. But you can currently see where you could buy that for $380. You could try and sell it for $420. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But there's an opportunity there. Now, it's a risk. It's a big risk. And at the end of the day, even if it doesn't work, if you're going to buy a Time Warden, probably better to buy them here right now, because it's better to buy $380 and guarantee yourself a common than to go here. Now, you would get a higher level. You buy if I was going to buy one of these two, I would buy this one here. This is a level 5. And if I was going to buy one, I would buy level 5 over level 4, so given it at the same price. But now, look, 2 people have listed at the same price. The question is somebody going to then undercut them and come in cheaper? So this is where we have to just keep an eye on the market, wait and see what's happening. But it's still fascinating to see. Again, some interesting things going to be happening in the next week. It's very possible that we see this price go down. That's my thesis. It's very possible that my thesis is incorrect and it doesn't affect the market and this stays at its value and these hold these $400. But what I want to quickly look at is, well, what happens as a result? So these are around $400 at the moment. So what now happens to uncommons? Because if it's 400 for a common, how much is it now for an uncommon? Well, this is still 675. Okay, so this is accurate. What about the rares? 928. Still pretty accurate for that. So the lunar time wardens being affected at the moment, nothing else really being affected. If we go up to the higher tiers here, still a few of these for sale. We can see here, look, 3,240 here. Now, somebody obviously willing to sell theirs, for 3,000 for that quick sale, but this is no different. There's not as many, and the people at these higher brackets are a little bit. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but they're a little bit smarter with how they operate on the marketplace. Around the commons, there's a lot more mania and a lot more of a free for all around these prices. People at the higher levels, they understand these tactics and they don't kind of play into them in the same way. But right now we're seeing about 24 items on the marketplace, so it's stabilizing at over $400. So even though we've got this kind of this ebb and this flow around this resistance, the price has still gone from the 350 mark to over $400. And that was by whale coming in, or a group of people, whoever it was, coming in, sweeping up that floor and now holding this to a new standard. So be interesting to see, because I know if I list one right now under $400, I know it's going to sell pretty quickly because there's people watching and doing that, and we prove that by mine just selling. Very, very interesting to see how this plays out over the next week or so. And it's definitely worth keeping your eye on, because if I look right now, if I go to dashloot.com, and Dashloot is a really good site to be able to see your profit and your loss. And you'll be able to see here, there's some items I'm profitable on, there's some items I'm not. But if I bring this across and we have a look here, you can see at the moment, I've got 41 items at the moment on the marketplace. 20 of them are unique. It has a current value at the moment of $12,000. But I attained all of these items for $2,500, and I'm currently at a profit of $9,500. And that is just buying and selling the marketplace, which is all I'm doing right now. I am just buying and selling the marketplace. As you can see, some things I bought at a profit, some things I bought at a loss, some things are good and not. But overall, I'm doing pretty well at this at the moment, and it's why I'm so fascinated by it. And I'm at the point now where I've thought, you know what? I'm happy. I've generated enough profits to buy up some more assets. I'm comfortable where I am in the game right now. I'm definitely not going to expose myself to any more risk. If anything, I'm going to de-risk slightly. That's part of the plan now. And I posted a video on my Twitter yesterday. I highly recommend you go over to Twitch, watch Whale D Shark. Go to Twitch, type in Whale D Shark. Watch his videos. He took $5,000 and he's trying to do a real-time case study on how he can generate $1,000. I don't even know if it was it $1,000 a week, $1,000 a day. But even so, he's looking. I think it's might even be $1,000 a month, but I think it was a week. Even so, he's looking at how he can generate residual income through those initial assets that he's purchased, and what that's going to take. And it makes a lot of sense right now. Whilst this is not a long-term viable strategy right now, you are definitely going to get a better APR and a better ROI here than you would in any government institution. And so it's understandable why people are willing to take a risk of $5,000 to someone might not be a huge amount of money. They may be able to risk that. And I will still preface this by saying, always be aware that what you invest in projects like this, consider it lost. Consider it lost. Do not plan your future. Do not quit your job. Do not put your life savings into things like this. It is very high risk. That means there is a high risk it will go to zero. You will lose your money and this will become worthless. There is a high risk. But with that high risk, there is a high reward. If it doesn't, you'll do very well. And so just please, please, please play within your means. However you decide to play this game, whether you're playing the game itself and grinding, whether you're playing the marketplace to make some money, play within your means. Don't overcommit yourself so that you become emotionally charged when something doesn't go your way. That if you're getting emotional over the price of things, the market, the game not working, if you're emotionally reacting, it very simply just means you're over leveraged. It's as simple as that. So just check in with yourself, make sure that you don't overcommit to this, and either watch the market because it's fascinating or jump in and have some fun with it. Either way, have a great day. I'll speak to you soon.